It's not about the committees we are serving. It's about the objective and the mission ahead. That will define what we will deliver. And that is underlined by ensuring His Excellency, our party leader, takes that responsibility of leading this country as the 5th president. That objective should be the underlying responsibility within our hearts and minds in whatever we are doing. It's not an easy task. We have competitors, including yesterday night. I'm sure many of you have watched and followed the media. On a light touch, I was really surprised, our competitors, some of them, adopting new tactics other than their aggressive attacks on their opponents. Now they are taking the defensive role. We need to analyze all this when we are undertaking our responsibilities.
I want to let you understand that this party is one party that the Constitution is given the powers to its members. It's not a one-man show, not a one-woman's effort. That's why you've all been brought to board, putting into consideration that our party leader really gives first priority to the women, the youth, people living with disabilities.
If we conduct elections in the way that we are supposed to, according to our constitution, according to the constitution of the country, then we are sure that we will deliver a credible election. In fact, we should set a benchmark that we are going to deliver better than what the IEBC is doing. Far better.
It is therefore upon us to hold and carry the mantle of leadership within our sphere and interaction. The dignity of the party is therefore engraved in our hearts, and it's my prayer that I'm speaking for all of us. It is therefore my prayer that we shall embrace our positions, be champions of ANC party and policies and drive, demonstrate responsible leadership, honesty, ethics, and be dignified within the dictions bestowed upon us. As leaders, always remember, human beings have the tendency to forget what we say, what we do, but they never forget how we make them feel. To the party leader, this country needs your astute leadership, and the drums have already started beating. It is therefore yours to take.
Recognize that there's always somebody there with a better idea than yourself at any given time. That is what we need to appreciate. So as you speak here, as you sit here, as you begin to help us reconstruct this party, as we rebrand it, please be fishers of men and women who will bring the diversity that is required in this party. I must admit that previously there was some concern that it was heavily tilted towards Western Kenya. Help us change that perception once and for all, so that it can be truly felt by those who have had those misgivings to realize that no, we want to make that difference. We want to pull forward. We want to draw the best. Let us consult. We have just begun. We are just scratching the surface, if I may put it that way. Because the events that are going to unfold in this country now and in the build-up to the 2022 elections are going to be very earth-shaking, I'm sure. There will be events that will require a lot of prayers. There will be events that will require steadfastness from us individually and collectively. So, let me put it this way. You have entered the deep end. So we will all have to start swimming from the deep end. Not from the shallow end, but the deep end. I was watching a talk show last night, and somebody said their party has been hijacked by brokers and whatever. We were watching others, they are flip-flopping on whether there's corruption, or whether to support corruption or not to support corruption. And those are the gaps. Those are the gaps that are beginning to emerge in this country, and we should take full advantage of those gaps. Because in their moment of so-called extreme self-glorification, extreme whatever, the know-it-all attitude, the gaps are becoming more and more manifest. And Kenyans deserve better. And the ANC, as we start this journey, this is the moment for us to start making it better for Kenyans. Let us resolve that we want to make it better for the Kenyan people. That is what we want to look forward to. I want to request that we hold each other's hands. We go as partners. If we use the Liverpool slogan, let nobody walk alone. Let us all walk together. It's a partnership. That is what I want to cultivate out of this. It's a partnership. The biggest fear or the biggest folly at any one time is when somebody imagines that you need to work with people from a position of authority as opposed as a position of partnership. I want us to work as partners. So in between these organs that have been set up, you'll be tasked to help us go through the election and nomination processes between now, not just within the framework of the party, but even later, when now we are dealing with the candidates to represent our party in the various organs in this country. We must systematically start showing people that we are actually the government in waiting. Very, very systematically. That is what we should start showing them.